guys, so for today I have a review on the brand new Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. Mine actually doesn't have the cap on it because this is actually a MAC foundation pump. They actually fit on the Maybelline ones. They don't fit perfectly, but it fits like pretty well and it doesn't drip or anything like that, and it pumps perfectly. So yeah, that's like a good little tip. You can actually put the pump on your foundation. I do also just want to say really quickly, the lighting outside, the sun outside is just really cray-cray today. So if my lighting goes up and down and it looks kind of weird, then just please don't mind. So Maybelline actually has the whole Maybelline Fit Me line, which I've actually never tried their regular Fit Me foundation. But when the new one came out and it said matte and poreless, normal to oily skin, I was like, okay, obviously I have to try that because you guys know I'm an oily skin girl, and anything that says matte and poreless just, it makes me feel good. So I immediately just went on the hunt to find this, and I'm in Canada, so we do get things a little bit later, but for my Canadian girls, I actually did find this at the Superstore. I personally find that Superstore always has everything first. All the new lipsticks, all the new drugstore goodies, Superstore always gets it first. So I actually found mine there about 2 weeks ago and I started using it, so I wanted to do a review for you guys. I didn't want to do a first impression because I do feel like when I do first impressions, they're fun and everything, don't get me wrong like that, and I do always leave updates for you guys in the down bar, but I feel like sometimes I fall in love with the foundation so much more than I originally was, and then I don't really have a video kind of telling you guys all these wonderful things that I love about it. So I don't know, I kind of just feel like doing reviews sometimes is a little bit more in depth. So I did film a demo with this foundation and everything like that, so you guys will be seeing how it looks on me. I am wearing it right now. I am just going to go ahead and play the demos for you guys as I'm talking about the individual products, because I just want to, I think that'll help shorten the video, and I think that'll make it a little bit more concise and everything like that. I am wearing this foundation on right now, and I have mine in the shade 125. It matches my tan pretty perfectly. I actually also am going to be showing you guys a demo on the Fit Me powder that comes with it. This is the matte and poreless powder that they came out with it. And then I also figured, since I was doing my concealer before I put on powder, because I always do my concealer right after foundation, I actually got the brand new Maybelline Master Conceal as well. So I kind of figured I would just go ahead and use it in the video as well to show you guys how it works, and maybe do a little bit of a review at the very end for you guys on this one as well. So I want to kind of keep this video concise since we do have 3 brand new Maybelline products to kind of touch on. So for the foundation, I just want to say I've been using this for about 2 weeks now, and I tried it about 3 or 4 times. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I have other foundation I'm trying out for you guys as well, so that's why I kind of didn't have too much time. But I love this foundation. Seriously, guys, I paid $7.44 or $7.94, and oh my god, it is so flipping good. It has the nicest matte finish. Like, it's matte, but it's not like, whoa, drying type of matte, but it's also not like a little bit luminous type of matte. It's just like this really, a little bit more matte than a natural type of matte, but not as matte as like a Kat Von D or like a Rimmel Stay Matte. A very like lightweight, awesome feeling type of matte. Like, it literally feels like I have nothing on my skin. This foundation gives you awesome coverage. I wouldn't say it's completely full, but I would say it's like more than medium, almost full, but you could definitely make it full if you just kind of put it on a little bit more on certain areas. I have a extremely bad pimple, like a really bad pimple that I was kind of picking at, and it was just super red. So it was kind of a good like little test to see it out, to see if it would cover it, and it actually did cover it today. So I feel like this is awesome coverage. Although it's awesome coverage, it's very lightweight, which is very weird for a matte full coverage type of foundation, because usually you can at least feel a little bit. It literally feels like I have nothing on my face. I also love the look that this gives you. It gives you a very like flawless, really pretty matte finish, and I really love it. Another thing about this foundation that I just cannot get over, the fact that you pay like $7 in Canada for it, and it literally lasts all day. And guys, I have oily skin. Like, let me tell you, it's not even normal to oily, it's like oily to very oily. Like, my oil, I don't even get dry in the winter, and this stuff still holds up through my oils. I get the most oily on my nose, but I still get oily on my forehead and my cheeks, and sometimes foundations tend to actually kind of separate and move apart because my oils kind of break right through the foundation. This does not do that. This foundation, like the oils obviously still come through just a little bit. It actually helps to control the oil, but obviously the oils still come through because that's the life of an oily skin girl. But you want a foundation that's going to stay put and stay perfect while the oils are still trying to fight through it. It's going to hold the oils right in place. So this does that, and I actually find that this lasts literally all day. Like I'll put it on in the morning and hours later, like I'll say like 12 hours, this will still be on my face. One thing I do want to mention to you guys about this foundation is that you'll notice that in the demo I did do half of my face first, and that wasn't only to show you guys kind of like the before and after, but it was because this foundation dries extremely fast, like extremely. I've never had a foundation before that dries this fast. You're the type like me that takes 20 minutes to do her foundation because she sits there and blends it and blends it and perfects it and perfects it. Like that's how I do my foundation. You guys should even see when I film my tutorials for you guys, I had to literally cut through 20 minutes of footage of me just blending my foundation. So I take a long time doing my foundation. With this foundation, you cannot do that. You gotta work quickly, but I feel like it blends so beautifully and it blends very nicely that you don't really need to take a lot of time, so it's kind of okay. So I tend to just do one half and then I'll go ahead and do the other half, and then that way it works a little bit better for me. So don't just go ahead and apply dots all over your face and think you can take your time, because this sets so fast, like so damn fast, like within 10 seconds. Like I'm not even kidding you guys, it sets extremely fast, but it sets beautifully and it has an amazing, awesome finish. So I really do love it. This basically says it's supposed to match your natural skin tone, have a naturally seamless finish, mattifies and refines pores. I don't have very big pores, which is kind of weird because I have oily skin, but I kind of really don't for some weird reason. So I can't really touch too much on that, but I do know that I do have a lot of blackheads on my nose, and sometimes foundations can kind of don't seamlessly go right over that, but this does seamlessly go right over that, so I can imagine that it does the same with pores. They also do have a ton of shades, which I was really happy to see, and I did find that they had a good mix of pinks and neutrals and warms. Again guys, the lighting is so crazy, it is going like up and down, and that's why the lighting is kind of like all weird in this video, but let's just ignore that. So moving on to the powder, I like this powder a lot. I feel like it works perfectly with this foundation. I feel like the two together just make a perfect pair, because this is matte enough that you do not need to set your face. I actually feel like if you had dry skin, like my sister actually has dry skin, now it's a little bit more on the normal side because she actually took very good care of it and she doesn't really have that many dry patches anymore, and she actually likes this foundation a lot. So if you have normal to dry skin, I feel like you would still enjoy this foundation, so keep that in mind. But the powder actually works wonderful with it. I feel like that foundation doesn't really need to be set unless you have very oily skin, so this just gives it that extra set so that it lasts a little bit longer. It's not super full coverage, which is nice, just because like I said, you don't really need that with this foundation. It just gives it a light little dusting of a kind of setting powder, so I really like it. I have mine in the shade 120, which is actually too light for me, but they didn't have 125 or 130 at least to match with my foundation, so I just opted out for the 120 so that I could still try it out for you guys. But I don't think that this powder is magnificent. Like I'm not like overly in love with it and ooh, I can't wait to use it every single day. Like I'm not in love with it, but I do feel like it makes the perfect pair. When I wear this foundation, I just go ahead and use the same powder, and they just look good together, so I kind of enjoy using them together. But like I said, I'm not completely blown away. That's pretty much all I have to say about the powder. They did have a lot of shades in the powders as well. So now for the concealer that I picked up. This one isn't a part of the Fit Me line, but I just figured I would include it in this video because it's brand new. I picked it up about a week and a half ago maybe, and I just tried it out like 2 times. So this isn't like a full in-depth review on the concealer, but I figured I would throw it in there anyway. But I love this concealer. Seriously guys, it has become one of my new favorite concealers ever. I think I might even like it better than the highly raved about Maybelline Fit Me concealer that I love so much. This stuff reminds me so much of the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. It is so full coverage, has the same exact consistency and texture of the MAC Pro Longwear. The only difference is that this does crease a tiny bit, but I'm honestly okay with that because it's very hard to find concealers that don't crease. But this gives you such awesome full coverage. The texture is amazing. It's light but thick enough to really still give you like that nice coverage, but not thick enough to be like cakey. And I really like it. I have mine in the shade 20 light, and it's that light yellow undertone type of shade, and I literally adore this concealer. That's pretty much all I have to say about it, just because like I said, I've only tried it about 2 times, but I figured I'd pop it in this video just to kind of let you guys know a little mini review on it. But that is pretty much it for my Maybelline foundation review, the matte and poreless and the matte and poreless powder, and then I just threw in the little Master Conceal by Face Studio Maybelline concealer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I absolutely cannot wait for spring 2015 because as you can see, all the drugstore brands come out with a ton of drugstore goodies, and I am all over that. I noticed they mainly come out in spring. I also did pick up 2 brand new primers from Maybelline, which actually remind me a lot of the Smashbox ones. So I picked up the green redness one and then the blurring and smoothing one. So I'll mention these 2 and how I've been liking them in a future like monthly favorites or hits and misses video for you guys. But that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, thumbs up if you want me to continue doing reviews and first impressions. I figured I would do some reviews, some first impressions, and just do kind of both because some of you prefer reviews and some of you prefer first impressions. And before I go, I will just let you guys know what lipstick I'm wearing. I am wearing Maybelline's Darlingly Nude. This is hilarious because this video looks like it's totally sponsored by Maybelline because I'm talking about all Maybelline products. I'm wearing Maybelline lipstick, but I promise guys, it's not sponsored or anything. I just actually really like Maybelline. In the past year, I've actually really grown to like them. So this is Darlingly Nude. It's actually a dupe for Raquel, for NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Raquel, but this one looks a lot better on me for some reason. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. I like love talking to you guys. I just can't stop rambling. But anyways, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will of course see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. And then I'm taking that shade right there and putting it in the inner tear duct, and then I found that it was still kind of bland, so I went ahead and took Butter Pecan, which is a really pretty like sheen